gather. I'm getting a yellow signal.
Stuff.
How's the signal out there, folks? We need a comms check.
Little comms check out there to make sure everything that we're doing here is good. We're back up, and this is
Okay, it's
super
green. We
exciting
got a
stuff.
green signal.
Nice. Arizona.
Arizona,
Hack.
Marion, Iowa. Hello, everyone. 5 for 5. Florida.
Yes, Jersey. Loving Texas. Debbie Dehone says no sound. Do we got sound, you guys? Can you hear us? Are we all good? Making sure all the comms
Sounds
are
great.
up.
I heard David
All
Woodruff.
right, sounds good. Yep, awesome.
All right, we got Ashley Linton in the house. Christopher Ramnoff, Roger.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to the Patriot Hour live on YouTube. Definitely been working really hard backstage and really do not only the website, but all kinds of fun stuff. And so,
yeah, we were
Mike
shut down, folks. We had a little bit of a shutdown, a little bit of a hiccup, but I put off paperwork immediately. It's taken this long. We scrambled around. Whoa, the comments are coming in. Comments are coming in. Good evening. Good Friday to everybody. Let's give a sound off. Where are you from? We see San Antonio, SoCal in the house. Scotland Yards.
Yes, nice. Love our Scotland.
A little Sherlock Holmes.
All you guys across the pond there. Super awesome. Oh, yes.
Yep, we're back on live. We were making arrangements anyway, but we always love this platform. We realize now how easy it truly was just go live on YouTube.
Yeah, once they allow you, for sure. No, we've definitely been fighting this thing and seeing what's going on. And during Garage Talk early on today, Mike gave me the good news about what was going on. So, I mean, you know, you guys, we enjoy talking to you guys just as much as anybody else. Obviously, this is something that we're really excited about, and we were pretty bummed out that we weren't able to do live shows anymore because this is exciting stuff that we're going over, and this is the Red October. This is the red wave that's coming, you guys. In a matter of hours, we should be having a confirmation vote for Justice Kavanaugh, which we all know is the linchpin to this whole entire thing. So
I agree. Tomorrow we're going to get that vote, folks. It's going to go down tomorrow. I would expect the 53 to 47, right? We were told this. 53 to 47.
Yeah. Got a couple of the cats as well in there. 53 to 47, Q was telling us. Pretty amazing
Napa,
stuff.
Australia. Just giving a little more shout out. Denver, Colorado. Should be 100% vote. That's right. All right.
Port Orchard.
We're still going to wait. We're at the 5-minute mark in. We're going to wait till about, I'm going to say 7 minutes and 45 seconds in. We'll start on these Q posts here. We got some new ones. We want to get them read to you.
Yes, there's some good stuff that came out, and some other tie-ins. You know, Q had did some reposting of some pictures and some other stuff, and kind of making things a little more clear. California, Las Vegas,
Red Wave Rising, Massachusetts, Oregon, the villages in Florida. Q. Pittsburgh,
Cleveland, Ohio. So, oh yeah.
All right.
Super awesome. Yes, yes. Never surrender, Tony Stepp. I agree. That's what Mike and I and Patriot Hour and with all you guys and your great support and you know our direction and everything else, man. That's what we're all doing. What does Q tell us? To fight, fight, fight. So
yes,
that's what we're doing. St. Louis in the house. Bass Lake, Indiana. Nice.
Dayton, Ohio. Tucson. All right, we got about a minute, folks. 1 minute,
Oh,
we're gonna get into
Dollywood.
these Q posts. What's that? Fort W, Fort Worth, Fort Wayne, Dollywood, South Kakalaki, North
North
Dakota,
Texas.
North Texas, Lexington. Well, welcome Texas. Lexington in the house. Ontario.
Hey, so
Canada,
during the whole
Patriot.
EMS stuff, how many of you guys actually got the emergency broadcast system and had all your alerts turned on?
Yeah,
And
it's gonna raise the
because I know,
hands.
if we can let you guys know out there, because Mike and I
We
we're
got
doing a little
ours.
bit of data on our own, and we had this come up in Garage Talk, of course. We wanted to know how many of your phones did have the alerts turned on for presidential alerts, for emergency broadcast alerts, yet still did not get the actual
The actual
presidential
alert. There is, and I
actual
could
alert.
show you how, or possibly to look to see if it did hit your phone, but you didn't get alerted.
Because if the alerts weren't turned on, then yes, it's understandable. You wouldn't get the alert if you had turned them off. Most phones now come by default. All presidential and emergency stuff is automatically turned on. You can't even turn it off. Some of the older phones
Yeah.
you're allowed to, but the newer phones, they come pretty much as a default. You can't even switch it. And some of the data that we were collecting and talking about in Garage Talk, some of the phones did have the indicators, notifications turned on, and the ones you couldn't touch still and did not get received. So, and not in the history either. You couldn't go back and view and see if you have the history of your Amber alerts or your emergency alerts.
All right, folks, we're going to jump here into the updates. We'll keep checking back in here. Let me
But we definitely know on the emergency broadcasting before we hop into the Q post that a lot of us got it. So, without further ado,
okay, let me make this just a tad bigger. Why not? Just make sure we don't skip any 2344. $23.44, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so $23.44 came at 12:38 today, just after 8 minutes after 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. We got a picture repost. A picture is worth 1,000 words. See evil in the face of Feinstein. See fear and emotion in the face of Murkowski. A phone was present. That's what's messed up.
that phone was present, folks. Now look at that picture. And if you don't know these people, what they look like, which one do you think looks evil? Evil. One's pleading an emotion.
Let me see
I
here.
think we went over this post as well, so it's
Yeah, I
just.
remember it.
But yeah, phone
Where's the
present.
phone at?
Where's the phone?
Right there.
There it is. Or it could be a clip to her binder or whatever it is, but that sure looks like a nonchalantly kind of holding a phone while recording. Interesting.
Very interesting, folks. Very interesting.
Evildoers.
So,
Yes, we agree with you on this.
She's upset with her over something.
Oh yeah. Look at the hand on the wall. She's definitely showing her
Tell
dominance.
me again how this didn't go down as planned. I told you. I called her last night. You know, I mean, who knows what's going on.
Yeah, who knows? We'll definitely know.
Look at that. She's got her hand up like, just hold on, listen to me. Gripping her stuff in tight. It looks like a mask.
That's like Superman's evil twin villain getting ready to do the
like
rays coming out
Lex
of her
Luthor.
eyes. Brrr.
All right.
Wow.
2345. This came at 1247. I think that's a repost from back in August, huh?
Yes. Now this was a repost. So we were talking about this. This was giving a kind of a breakdown of when the FISA warrant was issued. Okay, how is it going to be issued, approved? The Natalia Volosky to the Hill was basically the Homeland Security confirms special entry for a Russian lawyer, which is that Natalia.
Showing the flow of the FISA or something, the paper trail, Loretta Lynch.
FISA warrant issued, approved by Manafort, and Mueller, Manafort. FISA was approved by Papadopoulos.
To Mueller, to Papadopoulos.
Mueller to Papadopoulos.
FISA
Yes.
warrant issued, approved, Page, Mueller,
So you have the Page, Mueller, Page, Papadopoulos, Manafort. So you have all these because and then Q tells us, P talks to X, X talks to Y. So he's telling us important to remember. So this is just an idea of the umbrella. UK assist allows for normal FISA law deconstruct, includes D2 spy insert.
So they're showing us the proper way, or there is a proper way for communications of intelligence to flow through the agencies that cooperate. All right, this is what we call the Five Eye. All right, folks. They didn't get this communications, didn't come through that proper channel, is what we've been being told.
And Q
this
tells
is
us
important to remember, is what he's saying, basically, right?
And there's a special approval at the very beginning of the top of that, which is interesting to note, because the special approval was, and it gives you a nice long number, and that's the special approval that they would like, well, why was this, Russian lawyer let in, and what was the whole meaning? Was this guy just a patsy to connect, to go along with their Russia-Trump collusion, but it was really their colluding, not Trump.
Jeez. All right, 2346. This came at 12:53, just before 1 p.m. this afternoon. Now we got a VIP anon here, folks. He he went to the Trump rally. So okay, Q family, I met at Real Donald Trump, asked him the question. See attached pic from 8chan. QAnon, MAGA, where we go one, we go on, best president ever, Red October. So he goes on to say here, VIP anon here. I hate that name, by the way. I'm not VIP and not really anonymous anymore. LOL. So he's LOL. I'm laughing out loud. But I want to thank all the bakers and anons here that contribute so much to the Q movement. So I went to the rally tonight and had the privilege to meet President Trump. What a guy. Very personable and very nice in person. I had the opportunity to take a picture with him that they will mail me at a later date. So after the photo was taken, I asked him the question. Me. I have a question. Trump. Okay. Me. Is Q real? Trump. He looked at me right in the eye, paused for an uncomfortable second, then threw out his hands to the side and said, I don't know, maybe. Another pause, then said, I do know they are great people. Me. Yes, they are. So that's kind of,
yeah, that's kind of just a little fun tidbit.
Important moment in time. The picture will be the signifier. The signifier will force the Q. The Q will be answered. Ooh, where we go one, we go all.
We go all.
I didn't see that part earlier. I was all caught up in the picture, then moved to.
So folks,
what, this guy's going to get a photo back eventually, maybe, possibly. That, oops.
Well, it's the Q will be answered. Who is Q? What is Q? This is what we've been asking for a long time, but not getting our answer. And the thing is not avidly searching who is Q, what's going on, because we're obviously more about the truth and about the information coming out and researching where these questions take us and the information that is already on the open source. This is open public domain.
Yes.
So of course we want to know what it is. We also want to see arrests, and I think you've answered that question in what was it, a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now the next one, which would be 2347, is a picture, and that picture looks to be obviously a Russian sub, because obviously Q told us it's a Russian sub.
Right,
So there's, now it says, double meanings exist. So Q sends the picture, then he puts DEFCON warning system at DEFCON warnings alert. Post Russia's most advanced and stealthy nuclear submarine ever just went to sea. That is the 5th of today, so that would be today. And double meanings exist. Q. Now the tag for the picture is redoctober.jpg. There's also a Twitter, of course, where it comes from. We just went to that Twitter, the actual link it was taken from. So it's very interesting. Again, that's the picture we're talking about. But Q shows us the actual redoctober2.jpg. Very interesting.
Yes. So we got a repost of that same picture up here, Red October 2 JPEG 2348. In the series, this came at 1649, just a few hours ago. So 4:49 p.m. Again, we got the repost. Double meanings exist. We got a post from 2/11/18, folks, way back in February. Future news will highlight. Note, the hunt for was dropped. Details matter. We got another Twitter here, CNN Politics. A top U.S. admiral warns of a Russian submarine threat at 5:31 today. This is October 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And there's the same sub that is the rear side of it, and you see the flag. That's the Russian Admiralty or Russian Navy flag. And then, of course, Q was so awesome to give us the front picture, the non-released picture to the news.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then, and so it begins. How do you start a war? Markers matter. Markers in the bracket. Playbook in the bracket. Fail. Period. Q.
Was there a Twitter?
Yeah, I went to it.
Yeah, okay, yep. The CNN, that's where, there you go.
So, all right, here you go. We got a, it's the last one here, I believe. Are we skipping some? Am I missing something? Nope. We're good. Just making sure. All right, so 2349 at 1706. 5:06 p.m. Eastern Standard. Again, just got a bunch of drops, repost. This is the unauthorized missile. We remember that.
Yep. Unauthorized missile fired. Unauthorized emergency incoming missile threat activated Hawaii. POTUS Air Force One. POTUS reroutes. Coincidence? No mainstream media investigations. Biggest threat to the American people. Q. And that is from the Skunk Bay weather.com from their weather camera that records temperature, the wind, the barometric pressure, the rain droppage, the gust rates. This is just some, you know, this is just some random camera. And
Whidbey Island. Mystery streak of light.
What do you see? Looks like a missile to me. Now, if that missile was fired and it wasn't going anywhere and it didn't hit anything, it should have splashed down. And what does Q tell us? Post Justice K. Kavanaugh confirmation. Russia, Russia, Russia. Think UK / what is it, AUS? Is that Australia? Or AUS? Then, of course, he goes again. Russia, Russia, Russia. Deflect. Declass. Deflect. Blame. In the brackets, focus Russia. Arrows to global enemy. The hunt for dropped. Why? When was the unauthorized missile fired? Was it found?
Oops, sorry.
Oh, no worries. Discovered prior to, in the brackets, hunt. Russia sub-threat push. Red October. Double meanings exist.
Yes, and then a bunch of dots. Look at that.
Yes, how many of those?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 little dots.
Double meanings, so 17 dots, and then he puts
crumbs, little droplets. 17 of them, folks. All right, so that's it on the Q post for now. Let me do a quick update to make sure. Then we'll get back and we'll do a little bit of talking. 2349. 2349. So future news will highlight. Man, this is amazing. Wow. So this is going to really highlight this kind of stuff. So here, so something else is okay. So if this missile was fired, there was a redirect in the POTUS Air Force One. Yeah,
obviously
it's coming at Air Force One, supposedly, folks.
Sound here's walks like a possible assassination attempt. Fail, of course. That rocket splashed down somewhere. Somebody gonna go get it? Maybe this is where the submarine may be coming into play, but still, it's just very coincidental. And of course, around here, we don't really believe in coincidences as much as the next man or woman, for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah, how many coincidences before it becomes mathematically impossible, folks?
Mm-hmm. We're getting some things here. Cindy Tucker, 17. Oh, no, Deb's Eye. What does the 17 dots mean? Well, 17 equals Q when you break down if A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, and you go on so forth. And if you stop at 17, you'd get to Q.
Basic gematria.
Mm-hmm. Just a straightforward gematria, of course.
666 people in the room, folks. Either somebody leave or somebody come.
I got 668. We're good. Keep on coming, folks.
All right.
We're good.
Invite your friends. 681, I see. All right.
Nice,
That's what I'm talking about. We're setting records tonight.
We're doing good. It's because of you guys, and that's why we're excited. Right. Mike and I, when we were looking at these new Q jobs before tonight's show, getting prepped in Garage Talk, which we're going to be doing that some more for sure. Just like you guys, we want to know double meanings exist. This is the first time Q had put down 17 dots. Then right underneath it, Q. But before that, it says double meanings exist. So, very interesting. Lindsay Borodin, 1776. I agree. Maybe this could be the 1776 2.0.
Okay, I got special. I gotta find it here. It's a GoFund.
No, it is. It is. I agree with you, Janet Woods. That is interesting. You know, the whole double meaning aspect. I mean, look at this submarine. I mean, didn't we all see the movie? We all saw the movie. We all know it's the hunt for Red October. We know the plot of this movie. This Russian wants to defect, and as a gift of goodwill and him defecting, him and his upper executive crew on board of this most stealthiest ship ever created in the history of naval warfare. And you can't be found. It can go anywhere. It can go miles off the seaboard of New York and launch a nuclear attack. And it's nuclear power. That means it can stay out forever and ever and ever. And all of a sudden, here, now we have this is happening in real life. There's really a nuclear sub that's got the stealthiest technology, you know, right now, the cutting edge, you know, and now we have pictures of it. Interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. And so it kind of makes you want to go back and, before I go to bed tonight, go pop off a little Hunt for Red October movie to get my, buff up my movie skills again.
Yeah. I gotta find this.
James Sabalok says the missile hits Russian sub. That's why you can't find the Russian sub. I was thinking, honestly, more like the missile was fired to hit the Air Force One and never really made contact. Now, that's it. That's another good hypothesis, you know, as well. I mean, I don't know. It could be both. Like, this is something that's definitely, you know, very intriguing to Mike and I, and of course, all of you. We're
all right. I'm trying to find this email and I can't. I'm looking. Let me try my sent. I am sorry here, folks. I'm just not finding it. But anyway, we had a donation from, I'm going to say, a Tracy Hall. I don't know if we have a Tracy Hall watching at this current time.
Thank you, Miss Hall. Miss Tracy Hall. Yeah. You are awesome. We salute you for sure.
More than that, it was a portion from her and from another viewer, and she's a recent cancer survivor. And I just want to give definitely a special thanks. And I said the next time we go live, or I don't know if I said next video because I had wrote back. But I just want to give a special shout out to Tracy Hall. I wish I could find the proper email, so I will get that more. I had it lined up, and then everything had happened with us not being able to go live anymore. If you remember,
it's been a little bit, it's been a little bit hectic, but because of you guys, we're doing good, and we're not going anywhere.
That's right.
Ronald Caldwell, who has been arrested? I don't think that nobody of really significant importance to really be like, oh my gosh, have you heard? I believe they're doing daily arrests kind of quietly. People are stepping down and being arrested quietly. The smaller no names that haven't really been in the limelight or would have much impact, if anything.
I think they're starting to feel all the walls close in on them. That's why a lot of people have walked away. Don't take that as like, well, walking away is not getting arrested and fired. That's just an indicator.
Well, that they may walk away, but the arresting can come if you're working or you're at home hiding. closing the blinds, trying to hide in the darkness. The light's gonna come and get you.
Yeah.
So
It's the biggest thing, folks. If you look into the history books, I believe even before the, even when we went to war against King George, all right, only 10% of the population knew. It's all it takes. People kind of whispering, little pieces of paper getting passed, and they basically had like their own little cue. All right, John Hennessy Jr. What do the flags on the sun signify? Thank you.
thank you. What do the flags on the sun signify? Now,
What are we
the
referring
flags
to?
on the sun.
What sun?
What sun?
Can you be
Now,
more
what do the-
specific, John Hennessy?
Yeah, if you can, what do the flags in our room signify? I have one. Mike's got a couple. I think one of them self-explanatory in the studio there, studio here. What do the flags? Yeah, I'm not sure.
It might be post 2350. Well, let me
What's the
read this
flags
real
on the
quick.
sun?
2350, folks, just came in. 1950.
Let's
Look
check it out.
here. Russia in the brackets. Do not look here. China in the brackets. We got a YouTube video worth 43 minutes of your time. Fake news will never report. Important to understand going forward. Facts matter. I don't know what this video is of. Let me click on it.
Throw an update though to see if Q, because
I just did an update, and that's what we got, that one.
yeah.
Vice President Mike Pence's remarks on the administration's policy towards China. This is 43 minutes. Would this be something that you guys would want me to play right now in the live feed? I wouldn't be opposed to letting it go. Full screen, 43 minutes. Somebody just said, I just watched all of that video. Well, then you can maybe narrate it for the others.
Flags on sub.
Flags on sub. Okay, let's.
There it is. Awesome. Okay, check us out. Now the flags on sub, we clarified that a little bit for you. That flag on the sub is going to be a Russian Navy or a Russian Admiralty flag. Now, can we tell you exactly what sub fleet and what sub group it's in? And by the way, Mike, I think that's a great idea. We've got everybody telling me, yes, play it. We want to see it. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
So
you guys will
after
be back
we
after.
explain this, yeah.
Well,
after
real
we
quick, I
explain
think
this-
he's talking about the other Twitter one we went to that showed the Russia. Where was it? Right here. The guy that threatened this one.
Okay, so those are
I
two
don't see
flags.
flag or sun. What do you say? Flags
sun.
on sun. Oh, he meant to say sub.
Sub. Okay.
Stars on
See
sub
that
or
flag right
sun?
there? One person said sub, or okay, he
Not
meant
sun.
sub.
He
Okay.
didn't mean to say sun.
So let's just take this again. So that red flag that's on the pole that has a red background and it has the white cross and it's got the two lightning bolts at an angle, that is the Russian Navy flag. Like our American Army has a flag, our American Navy has a flag. Now, yes, right there. Now, I can't tell you because I don't know what subdivision, what subgroup, what battle group,
what class.
what class it's in. Well, hold on. Well, Mike can tell you what class it's in. It's a Navy sub, so it's in the Navy class of subs.
Yes.
But it's definitely an attack sub. Doesn't look like a health and humane vessel. Now that shield or that moniker that's actually on that would be interesting to break down. But again, folks, we're more have experiences with American militaries, and we've worked with some foreign militaries, but definitely I don't think Mike has worked with the Russian navies. We're not really clear on what it is, the flag, or those crests. We can tell you it's the Russian Navy. and it looks like a Union Jack flag. Yes, just a little word, most naval flags look like a Union Jack style flag. So, So yeah, let's go ahead and play that Twitter from the latest post, and
Facts
keep in
matter.
mind
It's a
with about
YouTube. Hold on.
now Q tells us people it's worth 43 minutes of our time.
Copy.
Fake news will never report. Important to understand going forward. Facts matter. So facts matter. So when we play this, I think we've got some other things we're going to be going over, but we want just to make sure to, important to understand. This is foundation going forward because we're really there. We're
All right,
hours
folks,
away from
check this
confirmation.
out. Yeah, check this out. We'll play some of this. We'll be back from time to time to check in, but please don't go anywhere. We're gonna keep this up. We'll be back with some discussion and more Q posts if he keeps dropping.
President and CEO of the Hudson Institute, Ken Weinstein.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Betsy and Walter Stern conference room here at Hudson Institute. This morning I have the distinct honor of introducing a great public servant and a longtime friend of Hudson Institute. Friendship that goes back 3 decades to our wonderful time in Indianapolis, the Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence. We're delighted that he has chosen Hudson Institute as the venue for a major address on this administration's policy towards China. Here at Hudson, our mission is to promote U.S. international leadership in partnership with our allies, and we have a long tradition of cutting-edge policy work on Asia that dates to our founder, Herman Kahn. Today, this 5-decade tradition continues with work on U.S. grand strategy, on national security, on trade, on alliances and key partnerships, and how to face the unique challenge posed by the comprehensive and integrated strategy of the People's Republic of China, which we will hear about shortly. We've worked closely with key officials from both parties on Capitol Hill and with the Trump administration in these policy areas. In fact, just last week, the President of the United States praised our Director of Chinese Strategy, Mike Pillsbury, as the leading China expert. That being said, we are looking forward to these remarks from the Vice President. He is a remarkable and dedicated public servant with an exceptional grasp of complex policy issues. Without any further ado, please join me in welcoming a man I'm pleased to call my friend, the Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence.
Thank you, Ken, for that kind introduction. To members of the Board of Trustees, to Dr. Michael Pillsbury, to our distinguished guests, and to all of you who, true to your mission in this place, think about the future in unconventional ways. It is an honor to be back at the Hudson Institute. For more than half a century, this institute has dedicated itself to advancing global security, prosperity, and freedom. And while Hudson's hometowns have changed over the years, one thing has been constant. You've always advanced that vital truth, that American leadership lights the way. And today, speaking of leadership, allow me to begin by bringing greetings from a great champion of American leadership at home and abroad. I bring greetings from the 45th President of the United States of America, President Donald Trump. From early in this administration, President Trump has made our relationship with China and President Xi a priority. On April 6th of last year, President Trump welcomed President Xi to Mar-a-Lago. On November 8th of last year, President Trump traveled to Beijing, where China's leader welcomed him warmly. Over the course of the past 2 years, our president has forged a strong personal relationship with the President of the People's Republic of China and They've worked closely on issues of common interest, most importantly, the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. But I come before you today because the American people deserve to know that as we speak, Beijing is employing a whole-of-government approach, using political, economic, and military tools as well as propaganda to advance its influence and benefit its interests in the United States. China is also applying this power in more proactive ways than ever before to exert influence and interfere in the domestic policy and politics of this country. Under President Trump's leadership, the United States has taken decisive action to respond to China with American action, applying the principles and the policies long advocated in these halls. In our national security strategy that the President released last December, he described a new era of great power competition. Foreign nations have begun to, as we wrote, reassert their influence regionally and globally. And they're contesting America's geopolitical advantages and trying, in essence, to change the international order in their favor. In this strategy, President Trump made clear that the United States of America has adopted a new approach to China. We seek a relationship grounded in fairness, reciprocity, and respect for sovereignty, and we have taken strong and swift action to achieve that goal. As the President said last year on his visit to China, in his words, we have an opportunity to strengthen the relationship between our two countries and improve the lives of our citizens. Our vision of the future is built on the best parts of our past, when America and China reached out to one another in a spirit of openness and friendship. When our young nation went searching in the wake of the Revolutionary War for new markets for our exports, the Chinese people welcomed American traders, laden with ginseng and fur. When China suffered through indignities and exploitations during her so-called century of humiliation, America refused to join in and advocated the open door policy so that we could have freer trade with China and preserve their sovereignty. When American missionaries brought the good news to China's shores, they were moved by the rich culture of an ancient and vibrant people. And not only did they spread their faith, but those same missionaries founded some of China's first and finest universities. When the Second World War arose, we stood together as allies in the fight against imperialism. And in that war's aftermath, America ensured that China became a charter member of the United Nations and a great shaper of the post-war world. But soon after it took power in 1949, the Chinese Communist Party began to pursue authoritarian expansionism. It is remarkable to think that only 5 years after our nations had fought together, we fought each other in the mountains and valleys of the Korean Peninsula. My own father saw combat on that frontier of freedom. But not even the brutal Korean War could diminish our mutual desire to restore the ties that for so long had bound our peoples together. China's estrangement from the United States ended in 1972, and soon after we reestablished diplomatic relations. We began to open our economies to one another, and American universities began training a new generation of Chinese engineers, business leaders, scholars, and officials. After the fall of the Soviet Union, we assumed that a free China was inevitable. Heady with optimism at the turn of the 21st century, America agreed to give Beijing open access to our economy, and we brought China into the World Trade Organization. Previous administrations made this choice in the hope that freedom in China would expand in all of its forms, not just economically, but politically, with a newfound respect for classical liberal principles, private property, personal liberty, religious freedom, the entire family of human rights. But that hope has gone unfulfilled. The dream of freedom remains distant for the Chinese people. And while Beijing still pays lip service to reform and opening, Deng Xiaoping's famous policy now rings hollow. Over the past 17 years, China's GDP has grown 9-fold. It's become the second largest economy in the world. Much of this success was driven by American investment in China. And the Chinese Communist Party has also used an arsenal of policies inconsistent with free and fair trade, including tariffs, quotas, currency manipulation, forced technology transfer, intellectual property theft, and industrial subsidies that are handed out like candy to foreign investment. These policies have built Beijing's manufacturing base at the expense of its competitors, especially the United States of America. China's actions have contributed to a trade deficit with the United States that last year ran to $375 billion, nearly half of our global trade deficit. As President Trump said just this week, in his words, we rebuilt China over the last 25 years. Now, through the Made in China 2025 plan, the Communist Party has set its sights on controlling 90% of the world's most advanced industries, including robotics, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence. To win the commanding heights of the 21st century economy, Beijing has directed its bureaucrats and businesses to obtain American intellectual property, the foundation of our economic leadership, by any means necessary. Beijing now requires many American businesses to hand over their trade secrets as the cost of doing business in China. It also coordinates and sponsors the acquisition of American firms to gain ownership of their creations. Worst of all, Chinese security agencies have masterminded the wholesale theft of American technology, including cutting-edge military blueprints. And using that stolen technology, the Chinese Communist Party is turning plowshares into swords on a massive scale. China now spends as much on its military as the rest of Asia combined. And Beijing has prioritized capabilities to erode America's military advantages on land, at sea, in the air, and in space. China wants nothing less than to push the United States of America from the Western Pacific and attempt to prevent us from coming to the aid of our allies. But they will fail. Beijing is also using its power like never before. Chinese ships routinely patrol around the Senkaku Islands, which are administered by Japan. And while China's leader stood in the Rose Garden at the White House in 2015 and said that his country had, and I quote, no intention to militarize the South China Sea. Today, Beijing has deployed advanced anti-ship and anti-air missiles atop an archipelago of military bases constructed on artificial islands. China's aggression was on display this week when a Chinese naval vessel came within 45 yards of the USS Decatur as it conducted freedom of navigation operations in the South China Sea, forcing our ship to quickly maneuver to avoid collision. Despite such reckless harassment, the United States Navy will continue to fly, sail, and operate wherever international law allows and our national interests demand. We will not be intimidated, and we will not stand down. America had hoped that economic liberalization would bring China into a greater partnership with us and with the world. Instead, China has chosen economic aggression, which has in turn emboldened its growing military. Nor, as we had hoped, has Beijing moved toward greater freedom for its own people. For a time, Beijing inched toward greater liberty and respect for human rights. But in recent years, China has taken a sharp U-turn toward control and oppression of its own people. Today, China has built an unparalleled surveillance state, and it's growing more expansive and intrusive, often with the help of U.S. technology. What they call the Great Firewall of China likewise grows higher, drastically restricting the free flow of information to the Chinese people. And by 2020, China's rulers aim to implement an Orwellian system premised on controlling virtually every facet of human life, the so-called social credit score. In the words of that program's official blueprint, it will allow the trustworthy to roam everywhere under heaven while making it hard for the discredited to take a single step. And when it comes to religious freedom, a new wave of persecution is crashing down on Chinese Christians, Buddhists, and Muslims. Last month, Beijing shut down one of China's largest underground churches. Across the country, authorities are tearing down crosses, burning Bibles, and imprisoning believers. And Beijing has now reached a deal with the Vatican that gives the avowedly atheist Communist Party a direct role in appointing Catholic bishops. For China's Christians, these are desperate times. Beijing is also cracking down on Buddhism. Over the past decade, more than 150 Tibetan Buddhist monks have lit themselves on fire to protest China's repression of their beliefs and their culture. And in Xinjiang, the Communist Party has imprisoned as many as 1 million Muslim Uyghurs in government camps, where they endure round-the-clock brainwashing. Survivors of the camps have described their experience as a deliberate attempt by Beijing to strangle Uyghur culture and stamp out the Muslim faith. As history attests, though, a country that oppresses its own people rarely stops there. And Beijing also aims to extend its reach across the wider world. As Hudson's own Dr. Michael Pillsbury has written, China has opposed the actions and goals of the United States government. Indeed, China is building its own relationships with America's allies and enemies that contradict any peaceful or productive intentions of Beijing. In fact, China uses so-called debt diplomacy to expand its influence. Today, that country is offering hundreds of billions of dollars in infrastructure loans to governments from Asia to Africa to Europe and even Latin America. Yet the terms of those loans are opaque at best, and the benefits invariably flow overwhelmingly to Beijing. Just ask Sri Lanka, which took on a massive debt to let Chinese state companies build a port of questionable commercial value. 2 years ago, that country could no longer afford its payments, so Beijing pressured Sri Lanka to deliver the new port directly into Chinese hands. It may soon become a forward military base for China's growing Blue Water Navy. Within our own hemisphere, Beijing has extended a lifeline to the corrupt and incompetent Maduro regime in Venezuela that's been oppressing its own people. They pledged $5 billion in questionable loans to be repaid with oil. China is also that country's single largest creditor, saddling the Venezuelan people with more than $50 billion in debt, even as their democracy vanishes. Beijing is also impacting some nations' politics by providing direct support to parties and candidates who promise to accommodate China's strategic objectives. Since last year alone, Chinese Communist Party has convinced 3 Latin American nations to sever ties with Taipei and recognize Beijing. These actions threaten the stability of the Taiwan Strait, and the United States of America condemns these actions. And while our administration will continue to respect our One China policy as reflected in the 3 joint communiques and the Taiwan Relations Act, America will always believe that Taiwan's embrace of democracy shows a better path for all the Chinese people. Now, these are only a few of the ways that China has sought to advance its strategic interests across the world with growing intensity and sophistication. Yet previous administrations all but ignored China's actions, and in many cases, they abetted them. But those days are over. Under President Trump's leadership, the United States of America has been defending our interests with renewed American strength. We've been making the strongest military in the history of the world stronger still. Earlier this year, President Trump signed into law the largest increase in our national defense since the days of Ronald Reagan. $716 billion to extend the strength of the American military to every domain. We're modernizing our nuclear arsenal. We're fielding and developing new cutting-edge fighters and bombers. We're building a new generation of aircraft carriers and warships. We're investing as never before in our armed forces. And this includes initiating the process to establish the United States Space Force to ensure our continued dominance in space, and we've taken action to authorize increased capability in the cyber world to build deterrence against our adversaries. At President Trump's direction, we're also implementing tariffs on $250 billion in Chinese goods, with the highest tariffs specifically targeting the advanced industries that Beijing is trying to capture and control. And as the President has also made clear, we will levy even more tariffs with the possibility of substantially more than doubling that number unless a fair and reciprocal trade deal is made. These actions, exercises in American strength, have had a major impact. China's largest stock exchange fell by 25% in the first 9 months of this year, in large part because our administration has been standing strong against Beijing's trade practices. As President Trump has made clear, we don't want China's markets to suffer. In fact, we want them to thrive. But the United States wants Beijing to pursue trade policies that are free, fair, and reciprocal, and we will continue to stand and demand that they do. Sadly, China's rulers thus far have refused to take that path. The American people deserve to know. In response to the strong stand that President Trump has taken, Beijing is pursuing a comprehensive and coordinated campaign to undermine support for the President, our agenda, and our nation's most cherished ideals. I want to tell you today what we know about China's actions here at home, some of which we've gleaned from intelligence assessments, some of which are publicly available, but all of which are fact. As I said before, as we speak, Beijing is employing a whole-of-government approach to advance its influence and benefit its interests. It's employing this power in more proactive and coercive ways to interfere in the domestic policies of this country and to interfere in the politics of the United States. The Chinese Communist Party is rewarding or coercing American businesses, movie studios, universities, think tanks, scholars, journalists, and local, state, and federal officials. And worst of all, China has initiated an unprecedented effort to influence American public opinion, the 2018 elections, and the environment leading into the 2020 presidential elections. To put it bluntly, President Trump's leadership is working, and China wants a different American president. There can be no doubt. China is meddling in America's democracy. As President Trump said just last week, we have, in his words, found that China has been attempting to interfere in our upcoming midterm elections. Our intelligence community says that China is targeting U.S. state and local governments and officials to exploit any divisions between federal and local levels on policy. It's using wedge issues like trade tariffs to advance Beijing's political influence. In June, Beijing itself circulated a sensitive document entitled propaganda and censorship notice. It laid out its strategy. It stated that China must, in their words, quote, strike accurately and carefully, splitting
Still here
apart
watching,
different
folks.
domestic
We'll be back
groups
shortly.
in the United States of America. To that end, Beijing has mobilized covert actors, front groups, and propaganda outlets to shift Americans' perception of Chinese policy. As a senior career member of our intelligence community told me just this week, what the Russians are doing pales in comparison to what China is doing across this country. And the American people deserve to know it. Senior Chinese officials have also tried to influence business leaders to encourage them to condemn our trade actions, leveraging their desire to maintain their operations in China. In one recent example, China threatened to deny a business license for a major U.S. corporation if they refused to speak out against our administration's policies. And when it comes to influencing the midterms, you need only look at Beijing's tariffs in response to ours. The tariffs imposed by China to date specifically targeted industries and states that would play an important role in the 2018 elections. By one estimate, more than 80% of U.S. counties targeted by China voted for President Trump and I in 2016. Now China wants to turn these voters against our administration. And China is also directly appealing to American voters. Last week, the Chinese government paid to have a multi-page supplement inserted into the Des Moines Register, the paper of record of the home state of our ambassador to China, and a pivotal state in 2018 and 2020. The supplement, designed to look like the news articles, cast our trade policies as reckless and harmful to Iowans. Fortunately, Americans aren't buying it. For example, American farmers are standing with this president and seeing real results from the strong stance that he's taken, including this week's U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, where we've substantially opened North American markets to U.S. products. The USMCA is a great win for American farmers and American manufacturers. But China's actions aren't focused solely on influencing our policies and politics. Beijing is also taking steps to exploit its economic leverage and the allure of their large marketplace to advance its influence over American businesses. Beijing now requires American joint ventures that operate in China to establish what they call party organizations within their company, giving the Communist Party a voice and perhaps a veto in hiring and investment decisions. Chinese authorities have also threatened U.S. companies that depict Taiwan as a distinct geographic entity, or that stray from Chinese policy on Tibet. Beijing compelled Delta Airlines to publicly apologize for not calling Taiwan a province of China on its website. And it pressured Marriott to fire a U.S. employee who merely liked a tweet about Tibet. And Beijing routinely demands that Hollywood portray China in a strictly positive light. It punishes studios and producers that don't. Beijing censors are quick to edit or outlaw movies that criticize China, even in minor ways. For the movie World War Z, they had to cut the script's mention of a virus because it originated in China. The movie Red Dawn was digitally edited to make the villains North Korean, not Chinese. But beyond business and entertainment, the Chinese Communist Party is also spending billions of dollars on propaganda outlets in the United States, and frankly, around the world. China Radio International now broadcasts Beijing-friendly programs on over 30 U.S. outlets, many in major American cities. The China Global Television Network reaches more than 75 million Americans, and it gets its marching orders directly from its Communist Party masters. As China's top leader put it during a visit to the network's headquarters, and I quote, "The media run by the party and the government are propaganda fronts and must have the party as their surname." It's for those reasons and that reality that last month, the Department of Justice ordered that network to register as a foreign agent. The Communist Party has also threatened and detained the Chinese family members of American journalists who pry too deep. And it's blocked the websites of U.S. media organizations and made it harder for our journalists to get visas. This happened after the New York Times published investigative reports about the wealth of some of China's leaders. But the media isn't the only place where the Chinese Communist Party seeks to foster a culture of censorship. The same is true across academia. I mean, look no further than the Chinese Students and Scholars Association, of which there are more than 150 branches across America's campuses. These groups help organize social events for some of the more than 430,000 Chinese nationals studying in the United States. They also alert Chinese consulates and embassies when Chinese students and American schools stray from the Communist Party line. At the University of Maryland, a Chinese student recently spoke at her graduation of what she called, and I quote, the fresh air of free speech in America. The Communist Party's official newspaper swiftly chastised her. She became the victim of a firestorm of criticism on China's tightly controlled social media, and her family back home was harassed. As for the university itself, its exchange program with China, one of the nation's most extensive, suddenly turned from a flood to a trickle. China exerts academic pressure in other ways as well. Beijing provides generous funding to universities, think tanks, and scholars, with the understanding that they will avoid ideas that the Communist Party finds dangerous or offensive. China experts in particular know that their visas will be delayed or denied if their research contradicts Beijing's talking points. And even scholars and groups who avoid Chinese funding are targeted by that country, as the Hudson Institute found out firsthand. After you offered to host a speaker Beijing didn't like, your website suffered a major cyber attack originating from Shanghai. The Hudson Institute knows better than most that the Chinese Communist Party is trying to undermine academic freedom and the freedom of speech in America today. These and other actions taken as a whole constitute an intensifying effort to shift American public opinion and policy away from the America First leadership of President Donald Trump. But our message to China's rulers is this. This president will not back down. The American people will not be swayed, and we will continue to stand strong for our security and our economy, even as we hope for improved relations with Beijing. Our administration is going to continue to act decisively to protect America's interests, American jobs, and American security. As we rebuild our military, we will continue to assert American interests across the Indo-Pacific. As we respond to China's trade practices, we will continue to demand an economic relationship with China that is free, fair, and reciprocal. We will demand that Beijing break down its trade barriers, fulfill its obligations, fully open its economy, just as we have opened ours. We'll continue to take action against Beijing until the theft of American intellectual property ends once and for all.
All right, we are back. We sped it up to 2 times. Almost was unbearable.
Yes, it was quite crazy, folks, quite crazy.
All right, thanks for sticking it out. It was
Yes.
important to hear, important to try to absorb. You guys almost made it all the way. Almost.
No, basically it's you can understand to see what China has been doing for many, many years coming out, and you could see that the tariffs coming out in 1913 is when we first started implementing them here, and this is a way for us to have fair and equitable trade with other countries. We're not giving our wealth away. We don't do that. And the fact that they're making it twisted, if we think Russia, and what cue up with this video, this guy tells us what's happening with Russia pales in comparison to what's happening, what China's doing to us, and whether they're dumping our tech and our steel over here, and they're literally obliterating. What was Trump telling us? Something like 500 billion or something like that a year goes over there. I mean, we built up their infrastructure. Trump was saying their bridges.
Hold
they
on
build.
here. We got people talking about that video. We missed the Google part. Was there a what are we talking about? Did you guys already see that all the way through? Was there a good Google part in the video? It was a link from Q, the last drop. Let us know. All right, Ben, step away for a second. It looks okay. Looks like he's back. But yeah, no. What are you guys seeing there? Did you see something on that? He's talking. There's a clock ticking, and if he doesn't finish soon, he won't be here anymore. All right.
No, it was getting a little hot in the studio, and no, it's interesting. Well, who now Google being an IPO or not initial public offering, but as an open company, you can buy shares in Google. Curiously, who owns the most shares in Google? So interesting. But
What's everybody doing on this Friday night?
mhm.
I guess you're watching us.
Yes, no. Pretty powerful stuff. We're looking at I don't know if I see any other Q updates.
Nope, it's good to be back. It's good
really truly
to
is.
be back. It's getting hot in here. Take it off, Ben.
Yeah, no, it was when
Yeah,
you're
it
dealing with
was.
a lot of machines, even there, Mike in the actual Patriot Hour studio with a lot of machines and a lot of stuff happening. This is another thing. We've got a lot of technical equipment hooked up to everything blasting on there. So the machines give off a little bit of heat.
Yes, they do. They get quite hot.
So
Smoking, watching you, and about to clean dog pee. Nice. Holler
Wow.
Chimp. Awesome. Where you from, Holler Chimp?
Trying to get
Yeah,
some stuff
Ben,
on.
take it off.
Do you guys see the Senator Collins speech? Kevin R. Mickey Sr. No, I didn't catch the Senator Collins speech. Was there any good little nuggets of truth or information that was spit out during the speech? If so, pop it out there for us.
BBD 61. So is there going to be war? Well, we've been in war. We're at war right now. When is this war going to end? That's a better
I would
better
agree with
answer.
that one.
But I mean, yeah, if you're talking about like nuclear stuff and actual, more war on top of the war we're already in, yeah, that wouldn't be good. I think that's the narrative that some will try to push, but what have we seen Trump do?
We know he's a negotiator, and his ultimate goal is to have the best relations with all countries so they can be profitable. Because, war has been profitable for hundreds of years, but it's been depleting these nations, and now pretty much all wars have been cashed in and slipping from the coffers of America and our wealth. And it's got to stop. And so, I think your last episode that you put out kind of summed up a lot of what Q was doing and what the plan is. And we are Q of sorts, so the Q armies, if you will. We're the people. We're the ones who are getting that
Everyone
power
has a
gain
role.
back.
There is the dissemination of information coming downward, but it's what you do with that information. Me and Ben, people here involved with the Patriot Hour, Scott, even our main IT guy behind the scenes, we're all part of it, and everyone's doing their little part, and we put out information. You guys absorb it. It shouldn't end there. It should end with you absorbing it and then being able to
Passing it
twist
on.
that story off to somebody else in your own possible way with your own loved one, or just sharing the video.
And that's the thing, exactly. I mean, for a lot of people, sharing, what they're talking about and is going on is it's kind of hard. So, I mean, with Mike and I, a lot of the facts that were coming out, like the indictments, and you look at the Mothers of Darkness. That was a huge mind blower one for Mike and I. That we did research with Fritz Springmeier way back in the day. And then here it is, what we're researching just happened to come full circle with the Mothers of Darkness and this and that. And that was some amazing stuff that was like, kind of had to go down there to get a presupposition of what's happening now.
Yeah. I think we lost Ben there.
Oh, I'm still here. We all good?
He froze up funny for
I
a
was
couple minutes.
frozen up funny. Rawr.
Perfect.
I don't know what's going on here, but no, we're here with you guys for as long as YouTube allows us, and we're gonna do it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, we won't be going anywhere. We were close to being shut down till around the end of the year, end of December, something like that. But we got a good lawyer working for the Patriot Hour.
Well, the bottom line is we have a lot of support from you guys and the community. We've had some people reach out to us to offer up how they can help. Mike said it very clearly. It's like, our ultimate goal is to get the truth out to as many people as possible. And this queue is
Monster tried to get Ben. The lag monster came to get you.
you got to be careful. I got to have got that lag monster
Okay.
remedy.
10 Days of Darkness. Folks, I believe, and this is just calculated, dot connected guess. Ben might have his own, but I think we've been warned about the 10 Days of Darkness. This is just, information's going to go down. YouTube might not be here. Your CNN, Fox News, none of that. None of that will be here. So for 10 days, it'll rely on maybe direct presidential or FEMA, whatever you want to call it, EMS broadcasting text, just like we got tested. That'll be the only way you get information. And it might be simple messages telling you to find somebody that knows about the Q. Find your local conspiracy theorist dealer and get woke. All right, Cheryl Pacola, $25 awesome super
Thank
chat.
you, Miss
Thank you, Mike
Pacola.
and Ben at the Patriot Hour. We don't have
you.
any question or anything. She just wanted to throw money at the screen. Folks,
Nice, you're awesome. Thank you so
that'll
much.
buy
and,
a-
hey,
that'll buy
that's
something.
going directly towards the people working. Like I said, we have been doing lots of stuff behind the scenes with the website and stuff. And
And what people, this software, some of it's absurd, folks. It costs thousands
Yeah.
of dollars, honestly.
And
But
it's funny, Mike and I in Garage Talk, we're talking. It's because we're IT guys, and when we wanted to get into this, we already knew what the software we're going to use. We already researched this kind of stuff in the soundboards, and we knew this wasn't going to be cheap. And we're not asking for money, of course. But that's not what this is out here. But this is just, again, a very amazing thing that keeps us expanding. It keeps us allow us doing all kinds of fun stuff. And the more that we're getting better at what we're doing, getting more content out to you guys, and expanding it's just a crazy wild ride. And Mike made a good point about the 10 Days of Darkness. Obviously it's always a good thing to get some extra drinking water and these things. That's just prudent. You never know when a natural disaster, or you never know when your local power node is going to go out because of something. That's just a good patriot practice, is to have a good backup system. But this 10 Days of Darkness, I believe, and Mike hit the nail on the head when he says, I think it's going to be more of an information darkness. But it's going to be a darkness where it's going to awake a lot of people, because possibly the EMS is going to say something like, Mike was saying, find your local person who's told you about Q, or it's going to say something like that. And you may be having people come to you and asking you questions like, I remember you telling me something a while ago where
I need to know
I always got to
more.
go to my uncle. Man, my uncle, that guy knows everything
why are we
about
being
everything.
told archive everything offline? Get ready to red pill. Archive offline, ready to red pill.
Save
So,
offline.
folks, we're going to go in the 10 Days of Darkness, and we're going to come back up out of that into the light.
Yes.
All right? Most people will come back out of that into the light.
Pamela Adams, I'll give you a salute. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
50.0050. I don't know quite what that means, Miss Pamela. 50. I don't know, Mike. What you got on that?
I don't know what that means,
You're awesome.
but you're awesome. Pamela Adams. from
So
the Patriot Hour chat. We appreciate it.
if anybody down knows what the 50 means that Miss Pamela was asking, because it's 50, it's dot 5, no, 00. So I don't know if it's 50 or who knows, but
Somebody put brilliant, Pamela. Thank you, Pamela.
I need,
I must
I
have
don't know,
missed
yeah.
something.
We
We'll
must
go
have
back
missed
a little
something,
bit.
yep. Let me see here.
Go, Pamela.
Definitely
Yes.
appreciate it. So
Yes, we do. Any other questions that you guys got us here? I read it.
yeah,
She
I
doing
think
it.
it's 50. That's Jack Hunt. I'm tracking. I read she donated $50. I think it was like try to enter $50. Oh yeah, no, she owes $2. I think it was what it was. Either way, it was super awesome. It doesn't matter if it's 1 cent.
We don't care.
You are awesome. We don't care. Yeah, this is awesome, you guys. This is a chance for us to get this stuff out to you, and this information is really important to Mike and I. And we would be doing this if there was just 3 or 4 subscribers. I mean, we still talk about the days when we were still blown away. So,
Yeah, we don't,
this is just amazing. It's because of you guys is why we're hungry for more, and we're doing the late night staying up. The fact that we're seeing the shadow bans happening, and we're looking in the analytics, and we're trying to tech it, and we're thinking, is it my bandwidth in my
long
studio
days.
here?
10 long days of withdrawals for all you Facebook junkies out there.
Yeah,
So
huge
somebody put it, that's
withdrawals.
funny. Yeah, no, I see Pamela texted just, I don't know what she put, just $50. Yeah, I don't even see it up here anymore. Like, whatever happened.
She said she sent 50, huh?
Well, all right. Well, I got the last one sitting up here at the above all the. I don't know how this works, folks. I'm really not an expert on the super chat.
We're getting there. We're getting there, folks.
I'm just not an expert on.
Well, Miss Pamela, I think you did like $1.99. I see it here was how much it was, I guess, and you may have got switched up. Either way, Pamela, you are awesome. However much
We
is
love you.
definitely
We love
it's,
you,
it's
Pamela.
definitely helping. You guys
love all
know
of
about
you.
the new studio the new
Thank
studio
you.
space that we're working on for sure.
Yep, everything's
pretty
going
stoked
towards
on
the new
that.
space. We
Yeah,
don't.
oh yeah,
know.
Mike and I don't take personally any of this stuff. This is all getting pushed towards the studio, and we got furniture. We still got we got to
Some
hook up here
software,
soon time. And
some-
software is very expensive, unfortunately. But a lot of what we're trying to do is this is how it gets out to you guys. If
Do we think the 10 Days of Darkness will be soon? Yes. We do have a PayPal. It's down below in the link. There's a PayPal. I think that's about all we have. PayPal and Patreon.
yeah.
So for those, somebody just asked, I think it was Pamela.
Oh, okay.
Yes. PayPal
I
down
don't know.
below.
On the website, do we have a way to donate? Are those linked there, or just from this? We're just doing the PayPal for right now.
Okay, somebody, our mod just said that the amount will stay up top. The more it is, the longer it stays. And I see a $25
okay.
one there still. And that was from earlier. That's why I was saying the $50. No, it was just an error. I think if she tried to do 50, then she ended up putting 50 in the comment.
Hey,
Or
you know
something,
what?
but
Like
hey,
like
we're all
us,
new
nobody
too,
can be
no
perfect.
issues.
Yes, we are learning.
aren't-
Mike and I were talking in Garage Talk that we probably went through about 2 or 3 semesters worth of IT training in about 2 or 3 evenings. So we've been hitting it pretty hard for sure.
One hot mess,
Awesome.
Amy. I sent on
One hot
PayPal.
mess.
Hope you get it. Thank you. We will.
You guys are awesome for sure.
Hey, are we live tomorrow at any time? Good question. Mike and Ben,
Hmm.
you said any. What about Kavanaugh being co-author of the Patriot Act? Ew. Is he?
I don't know if Judge Kavanaugh was co-author of the Patriot Act. That would be something.
Ben, are you a
Uh,
veteran?
yes, I am. I'm an Army veteran. Mike's a Navy veteran. I'm an Army veteran. We've had this question before, like, so check it out, folks. If there's going to be any type of maritime, sea time, military questions, port of entry questions, obviously, I like to push those questions over to Mike. That's his naval wheelhouse experience.
Yes, we got a
Oh, awesome.
PayPal.
Sweet. And then likewise, something to do with any type of ground troop movements, coordination, armory questions, land warfare. Mike's going to pass it to my wheelhouse. So, yes, we're both veterans. This is the whole reason why Mike and I, had hooked up was not only because of, we think outside the box, but it was, you guys know it, meeting in school to the Montgomery GI Bill. Mike was getting out, and Mike was out. I was getting out.
oh,
Avolantine, hello from Norway.
Jack got a Navy vet here as well. Thanks both of
Nice.
us for our service. Well,
Thank you for your service, brother.
Thank you
Yes.
for your service. Shipmate, that was Navy as well. Hello from Norway.
Beautiful. Love you guys over there.
Airborne.
United
The
States
Woodman
Air
that
Force
comes on the
veteran.
show, he's airborne.
Oh yeah, airborne.
Navy,
He's our airborne.
JC, Nimitz, USS
yeah.
Nimitz. I was on the USS George Washington.
I jumped the towers at old Sand Hill, old Fort. That is if you'll. So nice. Yes.
No,
Navy
10 Days of
rocks.
Darkness is only internet. Please don't tell me lights out too. I don't think it's going to be power. I think it's just information. I think it's just going to be all fake news and information.
I
When we
mean,
come back up out of that, you guys are going to immediately want to go to thepatriothour.com. And from there, we'll have a hub center. It's joking. We'll have information flowing for sure.
What up to South America? Hola from Bolivia. Ron Anger. Nice. Yeah, no, there you go. Pamela Adams, look at you. You're awesome. Look at that. You're awesome. $49.
There
See, for $50.
she
See,
is.
Pamela,
Whoa.
I'm loving it. Look at within
I've
a
never
matter
seen
of
that
about.
color. It's like a really nice purple.
I've never seen that color. That is awesome. It's like a pinkish purple. That's awesome. Thank you, Pamela, again. Thank you very much.
All right,
Yeah.
Pamela Adams got the floor. Do you have any questions? We will.
Yeah, anything you
Give you
need,
the
Pamela,
next-
what you thinking?
Figured it
Few
out, she
moments
said. We're figuring it out too, Pamela.
Yeah,
And
no.
we like it. Just joking.
No,
No,
yeah,
that's
no,
awesome.
it is awesome, yeah. So
At least it's a little $ thing on the send bar. And thank you. That's what Ben said. Okay, I see.
okay, so that's what it is. See, in this one little bit of time, we all here, all of us watching now have become a little bit of live chat gurus. I mean, this is as simplistic as that just was, honestly, that's what it takes. That's the awesome part of us getting the truth out and understanding that if we can bounce it off of you guys, and sometimes we're wrong, sometimes we honestly don't, but we admit that, and that's what's awesome. Having you guys there is kind of our sounding board to say, hey, have you guys checked this out, or what do you think this is going on, or hey, what does that mean? Hey, we think it means this. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Somebody asked about what serious question do you see more in chat or Patreon? No, we don't. We've only had the chat up a very limited time, and there's been YouTube takes 35%. I don't think of the chat top money, but I don't know. All of our videos are pretty much shadow banned, and we don't make like we thought that it would kind of help self-generate, but it's on and off. It's like somebody's flipping a switch over there. The minute I start thinking a couple videos get out normal, it goes right back to being
And we
shadow
have
banned or whatever.
multiple. Yeah, we have multiple devices and machines that can log on with other usernames to say that, I have my personal phone. there's other cell phones in my house that I can log on and say, hey, what does this look like? And we talked about the YouTube's algorithm, about suggested videos, and I could see, oh, hey, yep, dude, they're not shadow banning, man. Look at it. Yep, they got you in my suggested videos. If you watch a lot of videos from a particular individual, then even if you're not signed up and you're not a subscriber, you're gonna most likely get a big chunk of those videos that get out automatically because of YouTube's algorithm, and they're gonna suggest, hey, you might like these videos coming out.
Wow, folks, we are totally gracious here for all the donations from everybody all around. I just got one from Author Lady.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh,
$100.
you guys, this is huge.
Folks,
blessings. This is super huge, because we were just talking about this next week coming up, or actually the next couple of weeks coming up, really getting down, and I'm going through some building material that I have actually stored up in, at home here, and then we're seeing how we can get some stuff and building the studio so we can have kind of getting rocking and rolling. We're really super excited.
Any really good questions? We're gonna go another 5 minutes here.
I think 5 minutes, and think
As
we're gonna
far as tomorrow, I might try to pop on sometime in the afternoon, and then maybe in the evening, folks. We'll try for a couple of feeds.
I would say maybe hopefully in the evening time.
Yeah, I might.
Mike,
we'll definitely do one. Let's definitely plan on Saturday Night Red Pill.
Okay, Saturday Night Red Pill. Yeah.
All right, Saturday Night Red Pill, folks. You're hearing it here tomorrow. We're gonna go for 8:30. We'll try to go from like 8:30 to 9:30 or something. An hour, a good hour, at least.
Because what
maybe
that does is, for the most
if
part,
we can go for an hour, put on a little video that I've made or something, and then take a small break, come back, we can do another half hour to wrap it up, but we'll see how that goes. Me and Ben will coordinate. I might do something in the mid-afternoon. I don't know what I got planned. I got some stuff going on.
Well, and the bottom line is for all you guys, even, again, we operate off Eastern Standard Time, because, that's how we operate off of. And, and in the evening time, that allows all of you patriots to have an awesome Saturday with your families. Take some time, enjoy the day, prep yourself, get rejuvenated. Keep an ear to the news. Saturday could be a big day. Could be. We don't know. Sometimes this week could be a big day. We'll all do some investigating.
Kavanaugh is confirmed.
Old Republic Army. We thank you very much, brothers. Is there any questions
ORA.
you have, Old Republic Army?
We appreciate it.
Yes, we salute you. Thank you so much. Who is
Thank you, gents, for your program.
Thanks. Yes.
That's One Republic Army.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we love you guys.
As somebody says, remember college football is on what, tomorrow, I guess? Yeah, there's football all the time. There's only one swamp to drain. Can't wait. I'll be watching sharp. Well, good evening, Redford, Michigan. Nice. Semper Go, brothers. Nice. Old Republic Army, you're awesome. Love it. Definitely a Marine. Those guys are mean machines. I'm telling you what. Lots of respect.
My dad was a Marine, and his brother. So my dad and uncles. Grandpa was Army. I have an older sister that was Navy. I'm Navy. I have a brother-in-law that was Air Force, retired. Long line of...
Oh, yeah. No, my sister served in the Navy. My grandfather was... he was in between the Army Air Corps and the Navy. He kind of switched back and forth. I got a couple of families. With both Mike and I definitely come from, military families and military backgrounds.
I want you guys to grow your beards out now that it's begun. So you want to no shave Movember?
No shave November. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, here's the thing is, not
Mother of
everybody.
Darkness. I see that
Yeah,
talk
who
going
is-
on. Air Force, Janet Woods, thank you.
If you have any questions on the Mothers of Darkness, there's a lot of episodes that we put out. Go look at those. They're
We have a little
very
series, a
interesting.
couple of episodes for
Yeah,
sure.
there's a few of them. That's mind blowing stuff. That's like pray, put on the full armor of God. That's that kind of stuff. So
Do
I'm
y'all have
spending my birthday.
cryptocurrency addresses so I could send some capital assets? We're going to get some crypto. We've been talking about getting a couple cryptos set up, so we'll let you know. And we do have a P.O. box. We just haven't made it public yet. That'll be coming as well for those of you that want the P.O. box, crypto. We'll give you all the ways possible. We don't like
Yeah,
to
and
talk
Mike
too
and I,
much
we
about
also,
this, but
yeah, we, yes, Army vet who, Lone Rider from,
Lone Rider, Texas.
from this. And,
Lots
Mike
of
and I
good
have
people down
been,
there in Texas.
oh, we love our Patriots in Texas. Nice, another open carry state. Lots of that. Good. They know how to flex their Second Amendment. And on a side note, Mike and I have been talking in Garage Talk about, we've been getting a lot of questions on,
Jimmy Wilson.
how do I prepare,
Sergeant.
how do I prepare my house, or what should I do if I want to, okay, let's say if the electricity goes out for 2 days. Okay, are you on city sewer, city water? Are you on septic? Are you on well? What part of the country these are the things that Mike and I were kind of talking about.
Ryan Stern, Faraday
Ryan
cage.
Stern, Faraday cage or backup, guys. You never know. Faraday cage is, yes. Something else that Mike and I were definitely kind of talking about.
Norfolk.
Something that we,
I've been there. Just saw that
yeah.
passing by. Lindsay Bourdain.
Bourdain, yeah. Was to get out to you guys just kind of a simple little list of, or a show, episode of, what to keep in your house. Always have bottled water. Always have a
We're gonna have a
first
little
aid
list
kit.
up
Yes.
on the Patriot Hour. A little downloadable PDF, something that honestly can even maybe have the just a nice list.
watch.
Everything you can pick up at the local store. What's going on? A little feedback.
No. I want to show you something that we were talking about, the PDF that we're gonna be able to give to people.
Gotcha.
I'm going to show you the book version, folks. I'm pulling back from the old library.
Mothers of Darkness, folks. Yes, that is
Now, because this has been declassified, we can give you guys, and we'll probably be doing this in a PDF version, is a book that I received, and this is something that is now declassified. So this is the FM of the Field Manual. This is Survival Manual, the Army Field Survival Manual. And this just kind of helps with things like stuff like basic requirements for maintenance of health, medical emergencies, life-saving steps, bone and joint injuries, bites and stings, wounds, environmental injuries, herbal medicines. Then it goes into primary shelter, shelter site selection, water purification, basic fire principles, how to build a fire, how to light a fire. This is just simplistic techniques that Mike and I, this is just something that, we believe that everyone should know how to build a fire, which way is north, stuff like that. We're not talking about, nor are we advocating any type of crazy doomsday or stuff like that, but this survival is going to be in a PDF, and again, we're going to be working on it, this one and other ones. There's going to be multiple ones. This is just an example of something that we're kind of talking about, a list, a PDF, something we're going to be putting together that says, hey, you know, this is just something to have on hand. And it's just something. It isn't like, hey, all good stuff to know, Sharon Hartman says. That's right. It's just good stuff to know.
Good stuff to know. And when things do go down, you don't want to panic and be scrambling around. You want to have a little bit of a plan, folks, just like a fire drill in your house. The more you practice it and your kids, it becomes natural, second instinct, all right? Fire happens, they just kind of know how to get out. They're not panicking. Basic survival skills.
Dave Hanks, I agree with you 100%. And this is something that we all talk in Garage Talk. You touched on a very, very, very good subject, and that's something that we agree with you 100%. We agree with you on that one for sure.
All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna replay my episode, the last video I did, just for some of you that haven't seen it.
Yep.
Again, it's a Serial Brain 2 read. All right, Serial Brain 2 wrote the article, so therefore
we're reading you. Mike's reading you this article that came out.
No different than what War Drummer would do, all right? War Drummer reads Serial Brain 2 articles. I did the same. I don't think everyone watches him, and I don't think everyone watches me. But together, we're an unstoppable force. We're just trying to pick up, get the word out to as many people as possible. And 2 people can cover that better than 1.
And 8 people can do better than 4. And if we had 16... we would do it. And if we had 32, 64, I mean, people, we this is what it's about. No one.
Yeah, feel free to stick around, by the way. Just if I play this one,
we're gonna rock and roll it for sure.
Another one after. If I see people still here, I might let this run for several hours. So keep chatting. I'm just signing out. I think Ben is as well.
It's been an honor to be able to get back with our Patriots. Thank you so much, you guys, for all that you do. All you guys who donated. I mean, I'm almost speechless. Thank you for all that you've done for the Patriot Hour, because it really does. It helps. It really does help, you guys. Thank you so much. And again, man, God bless all you guys. I'm looking forward to watching this video again that Mike's putting up here, because it is good, man. The article that Serial Brain authored, that he wrote out, is amazing. It really does kind of cover a lot of angles. And if you have questions of why does Q, who is Q, is that what it is? Are you sure this is Q, or why does that? How does that have anything to do with Q? That doesn't have anything to do with Q. How does my children going to public school have anything to do with Q? That's what's going on there.
I'm gonna keep this one on loop. Not too long, folks. I got a couple other ones lined up. I'll be back up this way in the next. I think this video is about 10 minutes long, so it might play twice. That's 20 minutes. Might go 3 times, but probably just twice, and then I'll get something else going. We'll see how many of you are still here. But remember, tomorrow 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time-ish.
That's what we're thinking.
Give or take. Don't hold us to exactly. Anywhere between 8 and 9. Let's put it that way. We're going to try for closer to 8:30, but we'll see. Again, I'm Mike. This is Ben. This has been the Patriot Hour. God bless. Godspeed to each and every one of you. Have a great night, and we'll see you back here real soon.
God bless you guys.
So I know this is a big, big question to a lot of people out there listening today. You want to know what QAnon is and whether you can have faith in and trust the plan. We'll get closer. I will show you. Q, the road to freedom. Power to the people is what we are taught. We all believe it. Is it actually true? Power to a small group of people. This is a real fact. Some of us know it. How did they do it? While we were kept busy trying to honestly provide for our families and contribute to the advancement of human society, this so-called elite has joined forces to hijack our government, our wealth, our rights. Falsely believing their bloodlines give them the right to consider humans as sheep, they have built throughout the centuries an evil power structure rooted in ancient secret religions and growing through secret societies, secret oaths, infiltration, indoctrination. Like an octopus coming from another world, this power structure has spread its tentacles, placing its numerous puppets in our school system, our places of worship, and our administrations to devour everything we value and to destroy everything that is good. Through lies and deception, they have kept us in the dark, using all components of the fake news media to put us to sleep when we are awake, or to give us the illusion we are when we are not. Thanks to this evil fake news media force, truth, facts, and common sense have disappeared from our conversations, and we are now only left with falsehood, illusion, and propaganda. Cynically using this fake news media weapon against our credulous patriotism, they make us send our husbands, wives, children, siblings, and parents to wars they are the only ones to benefit from. Now don't be fooled. Trump is right. The fake news media is indeed the enemy of the people. Now it's up to you. Do you want to stay asleep and let them continue to progressively kill you, dumb you down, and steal your wealth? Or do you want to fight back, take what's yours, and live a good life with freedom and dignity? For those who have made the latter choice, Trump has given a way out, and it is QAnon. Through transparency, disclosure, and critical thinking, QAnon is the way which we will resurrect our freedom and take our power back from this evil group of people whose agenda is to humiliate and enslave mankind. QAnon is Trump's response to the fake news media assault on our mind and our right to know. QAnon is a collection of intel drops, but it is also a state of mind and a set of powerful statements around which any human aspiring to freedom and happiness can rally around. QAnon is a plan, a military plan. History will recognize as the greatest military intelligence operation of our time. A plan aiming at destroying each piece of the cabal's construction, imprisoning us, and perniciously degrading our lives. Under Trump's command, the plan is inspired and being executed by the brightest military minds of our times and the most powerful armed forces in human history. The enemy's defeat is therefore inescapable and our victory inevitable. Trust the plan. The plan is now in motion as described in Q's Drop 1690. You are watching the systematic destruction of the old guard. Power will return to the people. Q. The plan is methodically obliterating the enemy's power structure, attacking its foundations in politics, business, and in the media. Trump's success is now plowable. The swamp is being drained, the fake news media is being exposed, and has become inefficient. They are now desperate and will try to survive by any means necessary. Their censorship has now become blatant, and their increasing violence proves their weakness. They know they are about to lose everything they stole from us. To take it back, they need to cheat. Will you let them cheat you yet another time, is the true question. Through the Q dynamics, Trump is about to write one of the most prominent lines in history of mankind. And you were part of it. You were part of a worldwide movement gathering to date more than 50 million people from around the world. You were part of Q. You are Q. We are all Q. With Trump's plan in motion, they have lost control. It's now time to manifest our unity and strength, and they will soon be on the run. Take part and vote them out. Take part and stop supporting the corrupt businesses. Take part and switch off from their fake news. Join Q's army in the United States and around the world. Join their platform and their conversations about truth. Feed yourself with real news. Find guidance in critical thinking. And give back by red pilling as many as you can. And because you know light ultimately wins over darkness, to the enemy's violence, respond with peace, patience, and resolve. To the enemy's evil, respond with faith and prayers. Recess is over. Sheep no more. The planet is ours and we're taking it back. Recess is over. Sheep no more. We are fighting back for our true freedoms and liberties. Are you still wondering if Q is real? Is President Trump running a great military operation to take back our world? This story is not yet over. Buckle up. Q 533. We the people. We the people. We the people. We the people. Where we go one, we go all. No one person is above another. We the people are making the world a better place. We the people are taking back our country and world from the evil losers who would do us harm. All for a buck. No more. Stand up, patriots. Stand up and defend what you know is right. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. 4-10-20. D.J.T. I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide. Trust the plan. So I know this is a big question to a lot of people out there listening today. You want to know what QAnon is and whether you can have faith in and trust the plan. We'll get closer. I will show you. Q, the road to freedom. Power to the people is what we are taught. We all believe it. Is it actually true? Power to a small group of people. This is a real fact. Some of us know it. How did they do it? While we were kept busy trying to honestly provide for our families and contribute to the advancement of human society, this so-called elite has joined forces to hijack our government, our wealth, our rights. Falsely believing their bloodlines give them the right to consider humans as sheep, they have built throughout the centuries an evil power structure rooted in ancient secret religions and growing through secret societies, secret oaths, infiltration, indoctrination, Like an octopus coming from another world, this power structure has spread its tentacles, placing its numerous puppets in our school system, our places of worship, and our administrations to devour everything we value and to destroy everything that is good. Through lies and deception, they have kept us in the dark, using all components of the fake news media to put us to sleep when we are awake, or to give us the illusion we are when we are not. Thanks to this evil fake news media force, truth, facts, and common sense have disappeared from our conversations, and we are now only left with falsehood, illusion, and propaganda. Cynically using this fake news media weapon against our credulous patriotism, they make us send our husbands, wives, children, siblings, and parents to wars they are the only ones to benefit from. Now don't be fooled. Trump is right. The fake news media is indeed the enemy of the people. Now it's up to you. Do you want to stay asleep and let them continue to progressively kill you, dumb you down, and steal your wealth? Or do you want to fight back, take what's yours, and live a good life with freedom and dignity? For those who have made the latter choice, Trump has given a way out, and it is QAnon. Through transparency, disclosure, and critical thinking, QAnon is the way which we will resurrect our freedom and take our power back from this evil group of people whose agenda is to humiliate and enslave mankind. QAnon is Trump's response to the fake news media assault on our mind and our right to know. QAnon is a collection of intel drops, but it is also a state of mind and a set of powerful statements around which any human aspiring to freedom and happiness can rally around. QAnon is a plan, a military plan. History will recognize as the greatest military intelligence operation of our time. A plan aiming at destroying each piece of the cabal's construction, imprisoning us, and perniciously degrading our lives. Under Trump's command, the plan is inspired and being executed by the brightest military minds of our times and the most powerful armed forces in human history. The enemy's defeat is therefore inescapable and our victory inevitable. Trust the plan. The plan is now in motion as described in Q's Drop 1690. You are watching the systematic destruction of the old guard. Power will return to the people. Q. The plan is methodically obliterating the enemy's power structure, attacking its foundations in politics, business, and in the media. Trump's success is now plowable. The swamp is being drained, the fake news media is being exposed, and has become inefficient. They are now desperate and will try to survive by any means necessary. Their censorship has now become blatant, and their increasing violence proves their weakness. They know they are about to lose everything they stole from us. To take it back, they need to cheat. Will you let them cheat you yet another time? Is the true question. Through the Q dynamics, Trump is about to write one of the most prominent lines in history of mankind. And you were part of it. You are part of a worldwide movement gathering to date more than 50 million people from around the world. You are part of Q. You are Q. We are all Q. With Trump's plan in motion, they have lost control. It's now time to manifest our unity and strength, and they will soon be on the run. Take part and vote them out. Take part and stop supporting the corrupt businesses. Take part and switch off from their fake news. Join Q's army in the United States and around the world. Join their platform and their conversations about truth. Feed yourself with real news. Find guidance and critical thinking. And give back by red pilling as many as you can. And because you know light ultimately wins over darkness, to the enemy's violence, respond with peace, patience, and resolve. To the enemy's evil, respond with faith and prayers. Recess is over. Sheep no more. The planet is ours and we're taking it back. Recess is over. Sheep no more. We are fighting back for our true freedoms and liberties. Are you still wondering if Q is real? Is President Trump running a great military operation to take back our world? This story is not yet over. Buckle up. Q 533. We the people. We the people. We the people. We the people. Where we go one, we go all. No one person is above another. We the people are making the world a better place. We the people are taking back our country and world from the evil losers who would do us harm. All for a buck. No more. Stand up, patriots. Stand up and defend what you know is right. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. 4-10-20. D.J.T. I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide. Trust the plan. So I know this is a big question to a lot of people out there listening today. You want to know what QAnon is and whether you can have faith in and trust the plan. We'll get closer. I will show you. Q, the road to freedom. Power to the people is what we are taught. We all believe it. Is it actually true? Power to a small group of people. This is a real fact. Some of us know it. How did they do it? While we were kept busy trying to honestly provide for our families and contribute to the advancement of human society, this so-called elite has joined forces to hijack our government, our wealth, our rights. Falsely believing their bloodlines give them the right to consider humans as sheep, they have built throughout the centuries an evil power structure rooted in ancient secret religions and growing through secret societies, secret oaths, infiltration, indoctrination. Like an octopus coming from another world, this power structure has spread its tentacles, placing its numerous puppets in our school system, our places of worship, and our administrations to devour everything we value and to destroy everything that is good. Through lies and deception, they have kept us in the dark, using all components of the fake news media to put us to sleep when we are awake, or to give us the illusion we are when we are not. Thanks to this evil fake news media force, truth, facts and common sense have disappeared from our conversations, and we are now only left with falsehood, illusion, and propaganda. Cynically using this fake news media weapon against our credulous patriotism, they make us send our husbands, wives, children, siblings, and parents to wars they are the only ones to benefit from. Now don't be fooled. Trump is right. The fake news media is indeed the enemy of the people. Now it's up to you. Do you want to stay asleep and let them continue to progressively kill you, dumb you down, and steal your wealth? Or do you want to fight back, take what's yours, and live a good life with freedom and dignity? For those who have made the latter choice, Trump has given a way out, and it is QAnon. Through transparency, disclosure, and critical thinking, QAnon is the way which we will resurrect our freedom and take our power back from this evil group of people whose agenda is to humiliate and enslave mankind. QAnon is Trump's response to the fake news media assault on our mind and our right to know. QAnon is a collection of intel drops, but it is also a state of mind and a set of powerful statements around which any human aspiring to freedom and happiness can rally around. QAnon is a plan, a military plan. History will recognize as the greatest military intelligence operation of our time. A plan aiming at destroying each piece of the cabal's construction, imprisoning us, and perniciously degrading our lives. Under Trump's command, the plan is inspired and being executed by the brightest military minds of our times and the most powerful armed forces in human history. The enemy's defeat is therefore inescapable and our victory inevitable. Trust the plan. The plan is now in motion as described in Q's Drop 1690. You are watching the systematic destruction of the old guard. Power will return to the people. Q. The plan is methodically obliterating the enemy's power structure, attacking its foundations in politics, business, and in the media. Trump's success is now plowable. The swamp is being drained, the fake news media is being exposed, and has become inefficient. They are now desperate and will try to survive by any means necessary. Their censorship has now become blatant, and their increasing violence proves their weakness. They know they are about to lose everything they stole from us. To take it back, they need to cheat. Will you let them cheat you yet another time? Is the true question. Through the Q dynamics, Trump is about to write one of the most prominent lines in history of mankind. And you were part of it. You are part of a worldwide movement gathering to date more than 50 million people from around the world. You are part of Q. You are Q. We are all Q. With Trump's plan in motion, they have lost control. It's now time to manifest our unity and strength, and they will soon be on the run. Take part and vote them out. Take part and stop supporting the corrupt businesses. Take part and switch off from their fake news. Join Q's army in the United States and around the world. Join their platform and their conversations about truth. Feed yourself with real news. Find guidance in critical thinking. And give back by red pilling as many as you can. And because you know light ultimately wins over darkness, to the enemy's violence, respond with peace, patience, and resolve. To the enemy's evil, respond with faith and prayers. Recess is over. Sheep no more. The planet is ours and we're taking it back. Recess is over. Sheep no more. We are fighting back for our true freedoms and liberties. Are you still wondering if Q is real? Is President Trump running a great military operation to take back our world? This story is not yet over. Buckle up. Q 533. We the people. We the people. We the people. We the people. Where we go one, we go all. No one person is above another. We the people are making the world a better place. We the people are taking back our country and world from the evil losers who would do us harm. All for a buck. No more. Stand up, patriots. Stand up and defend what you know is right. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. 4-10-20. D.J.T. I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide. Trust the plan. So I know this is a big question to a lot of people out there listening today. You want to know what QAnon is and whether you can have faith in and trust the plan. We'll get closer. I will show you. Q, the road to freedom. Power to the people is what we are taught. We all believe it. Is it actually true? Power to a small group of people. This is a real fact. Some of us know it. How did they do it? While we were kept busy trying to honestly provide for our families and contribute to the advancement of human society, this so-called elite has joined forces to hijack our government, our wealth, our rights. Falsely believing their bloodlines give them the right to consider humans as sheep, they have built throughout the centuries an evil power structure rooted in ancient secret religions and growing through secret societies, secret oaths, infiltration, indoctrination. Like an octopus coming from another world, this power structure has spread its tentacles, placing its numerous puppets in our school system, our places of worship, and our administrations to devour everything we value and to destroy everything that is good. Through lies and deception, they have kept us in the dark, using all components of the fake news media to put us to sleep when we are awake, or to give us the illusion we are when we are not. Thanks to this evil fake news media force, truth, facts, and common sense have disappeared from our conversations, and we are now only left with falsehood, illusion, and propaganda. Cynically using this fake news media weapon against our credulous patriotism, they make us send our husbands, wives, children, siblings, and parents to wars they are the only ones to benefit from. Now don't be fooled. Trump is right. The fake news media is indeed the enemy of the people. Now it's up to you. Do you want to stay asleep and let them continue to progressively kill you, dumb you down, and steal your wealth? Or do you want to fight back, take what's yours, and live a good life with freedom and dignity? For those who have made the latter choice, Trump has given a way out, and it is QAnon. Through transparency, disclosure, and critical thinking, QAnon is the way which we will resurrect our freedom and take our power back from this evil group of people whose agenda is to humiliate and enslave mankind. QAnon is Trump's response to the fake news media assault on our mind and our right to know. QAnon is a collection of intel drops, but it is also a state of mind and a set of powerful statements around which any human aspiring to freedom and happiness can rally around. QAnon is a plan, a military plan. History will recognize as the greatest military intelligence operation of our time. A plan aiming at destroying each piece of the cabal's construction, imprisoning us, and perniciously degrading our lives. Under Trump's command, the plan is inspired and being executed by the brightest military minds of our times and the most powerful armed forces in human history. The enemy's defeat is therefore inescapable and our victory inevitable. Trust the plan. The plan is now in motion as described in Q's Drop 1690. You are watching the systematic destruction of the old guard. Power will return to the people. Q. The plan is methodically obliterating the enemy's power structure, attacking its foundations in politics, business, and in the media. Trump's success is now plowable. The swamp is being drained, the fake news media is being exposed, and has become inefficient. They are now desperate and will try to survive by any means necessary. Their censorship has now become blatant, and their increasing violence proves their weakness. They know they are about to lose everything they stole from us. To take it back, they need to cheat. Will you let them cheat you yet another time? Is the true question. Through the Q dynamics, Trump is about to write one of the most prominent lines in history of mankind. And you were part of it. You are part of a worldwide movement gathering to date more than 50 million people from around the world. You are part of Q. You are Q. We are all Q. With Trump's plan in motion, they have lost control. It's now time to manifest our unity and strength, and they will soon be on the run. Take part and vote them out. Take part and stop supporting the corrupt businesses. Take part and switch off from their fake news. Join Q's army in the United States and around the world. Join their platform and their conversations about truth. Feed yourself with real news. Find guidance and critical thinking. And give back by red pilling as many as you can. And because you know light ultimately wins over darkness, to the enemy's violence, respond with peace, patience, and resolve. To the enemy's evil, respond with faith and prayers. Recess is over. Sheep no more. The planet is ours and we're taking it back. Recess is over. Sheep no more. We are fighting back for our true freedoms and liberties. Are you still wondering if Q is real? Is President Trump running a great military operation to take back our world? This story is not yet over. Buckle up. Q 533. We the people. We the people. We the people. We the people. Where we go one, we go all. No one person is above another. We the people are making the world a better place. We the people are taking back our country and world from the evil losers who would do us harm. All for a buck. No more. Stand up, patriots. Stand up and defend what you know is right. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. 4, 10, 20. DJT. I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide. Trust the plan. So I know this is a big question to a lot of people out there listening today. You want to know what QAnon is and whether you can have faith in and trust the plan. We'll get closer. I will show you. Q, the road to freedom. Power to the people is what we are taught. We all believe it. Is it actually true? Power to a small group of people. This is a real fact. Some of us know it. How did they do it? While we were kept busy trying to honestly provide for our families and contribute to the advancement of human society, this so-called elite has joined forces to hijack our government, our wealth, our rights. Falsely believing their bloodlines give them the right to consider humans as sheep, they have built throughout the centuries an evil power structure rooted in ancient secret religions and growing through secret societies, secret oaths, infiltration, indoctrination. Like an octopus coming from another world, this power structure has spread its tentacles, placing its numerous puppets in our school system, our places of worship, and our administrations to devour everything we value and to destroy everything that is good. Through lies and deception, they have kept us in the dark, using all components of the fake news media to put us to sleep when we are awake, or to give us the illusion we are when we are not. Thanks to this evil fake news media force, truth, facts, and common sense have disappeared from our conversations, and we are now only left with falsehood, illusion, and propaganda. Cynically using this fake news media weapon against our credulous patriotism, they make us send our husbands, wives, children, siblings, and parents to wars they are the only ones to benefit from. Now don't be fooled. Trump is right. The fake news media is indeed the enemy of the people. Now it's up to you. Do you want to stay asleep and let them continue to progressively kill you, dumb you down, and steal your wealth? Or do you want to fight back, take what's yours, and live a good life with freedom and dignity? For those who have made the latter choice, Trump has given a way out, and it is QAnon. Through transparency, disclosure, and critical thinking, QAnon is the way which we will resurrect our freedom and take our power back from this evil group of people whose agenda is to humiliate and enslave mankind. QAnon is Trump's response to the fake news media assault on our mind and our right to know. QAnon is a collection of intel drops, but it is also a state of mind and a set of powerful statements around which any human aspiring to freedom and happiness can rally around. QAnon is a plan, a military plan. History will recognize as the greatest military intelligence operation of our time. A plan aiming at destroying each piece of the cabal's construction, imprisoning us, and perniciously degrading our lives. Under Trump's command, the plan is inspired and being executed by the brightest military minds of our times and the most powerful armed forces in human history. The enemy's defeat is therefore inescapable and our victory inevitable. Trust the plan. The plan is now in motion as described in Q's Drop 1690. You are watching the systematic destruction of the old guard. Power will return to the people. Q. The plan is methodically obliterating the enemy's power structure, attacking its foundations in politics, business, and in the media. Trump's success is now plowable. The swamp is being drained, the fake news media is being exposed, and has become inefficient. They are now desperate and will try to survive by any means necessary. Their censorship has now become blatant, and their increasing violence proves their weakness. They know they are about to lose everything they stole from us. To take it back, they need to cheat. Will you let them cheat you yet another time? Is the true question. Through the Q dynamics, Trump is about to write one of the most prominent lines in history of mankind. And you were part of it. You are part of a worldwide movement gathering to date more than 50 million people from around the world. You are part of Q. You are Q. We are all Q. With Trump's plan in motion, they have lost control. It's now time to manifest our unity and strength, and they will soon be on the run. Take part and vote them out. Come and knock on your door. They're coming for you. Where indictments are hers and his and yours, evil company too. Come and knock on your door. They're coming for you. So I know this is a big question to a lot of people out there listening today. You want to know what QAnon is and whether you can have faith in and trust the plan. We'll get closer. I will show you. Q, the road to freedom. Power to the people is what we are taught. We all believe it. Is it actually true? Power to a small group of people. This is a real fact. Some of us know it. How did they do it? While we were kept busy trying to honestly provide for our families and contribute to the advancement of human society, this so-called elite has joined forces to hijack our government, our wealth, our rights. Falsely believing their bloodlines give them the right to consider humans as sheep, they have built throughout the centuries an evil power structure rooted in ancient secret religions and growing through secret societies, secret oaths, infiltration, indoctrination. Like an octopus coming from another world, this power structure has spread its tentacles, placing its numerous puppets in our school system, our places of worship, and our administrations to devour everything we value and to destroy everything that is good. Through lies and deception, they have kept us in the dark, using all components of the fake news media to put us to sleep when we are awake, or to give us the illusion we are when we are not. Thanks to this evil fake news media force, truth, facts, and common sense have disappeared from our conversations, and we are now only left with falsehood, illusion, and propaganda. Cynically using this fake news media weapon against our credulous patriotism, they make us send our husbands, wives, children, siblings, and parents to wars they are the only ones to benefit from. Now don't be fooled. Trump is right. The fake news media is indeed the enemy of the people. Now it's up to you. Do you want to stay asleep and let them continue to progressively kill you, dumb you down, and steal your wealth? Or do you want to fight back, take what's yours, and live a good life with freedom and dignity? For those who have made the latter choice, Trump has given a way out, and it is QAnon. Through transparency, disclosure, and critical thinking, QAnon is the way which we will resurrect our freedom and take our power back from this evil group of people whose agenda is to humiliate and enslave mankind. QAnon is Trump's response to the fake news media assault on our mind and our right to know. QAnon is a collection of intel drops, but it is also a state of mind and a set of powerful statements around which any human aspiring to freedom and happiness can rally around. QAnon is a plan, a military plan. History will recognize as the greatest military intelligence operation of our time. A plan aiming at destroying each piece of the cabal's construction, imprisoning us, and perniciously degrading our lives. Under Trump's command, the plan is inspired and being executed by the brightest military minds of our times and the most powerful armed forces in human history. The enemy's defeat is therefore inescapable and our victory inevitable. Trust the plan. The plan is now in motion as described in Q's Drop 1690. You are watching the systematic destruction of the old guard. Power will return to the people. Q. The plan is methodically obliterating the enemy's power structure, attacking its foundations in politics, business, and in the media. Trump's success is now plowable. The swamp is being drained, the fake news media is being exposed, and has become inefficient. They are now desperate and will try to survive by any means necessary. Their censorship has now become blatant, and their increasing violence proves their weakness. They know they are about to lose everything they stole from us. To take it back, they need to cheat. Will you let them cheat you yet another time? Is the true question. Through the Q dynamics, Trump is about to write one of the most prominent lines in history of mankind. And you were part of it. You are part of a worldwide movement gathering to date more than 50 million people from around the world. You are part of Q. You are Q. We are all Q. With Trump's plan in motion, they have lost control. It's now time to manifest our unity and strength, and they will soon be on the run. Take part and vote them out. Take part and stop supporting the corrupt businesses. Take part and switch off from their fake news. Join Q's army in the United States and around the world. Join their platform and their conversations about truth. Feed yourself with real news. Find guidance and critical thinking. And give back by red pilling as many as you can. And because you know light ultimately wins over darkness, to the enemy's violence, respond with peace, patience, and resolve. To the enemy's evil, respond with faith and prayers. Recess is over. Sheep no more. The planet is ours and we're taking it back. Recess is over. Sheep no more. We are fighting back for our true freedoms and liberties. Are you still wondering if Q is real? Is President Trump running a great military operation to take back our world? This story is not yet over. Buckle up. Q 533. We the people. We the people. We the people. We the people. Where we go one, we go all. No one person is above another. We the people are making the world a better place. We the people are taking back our country and world from the evil losers who would do us harm. All for a buck. No more. Stand up, patriots. Stand up and defend what you know is right. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. 4-10-20. DJT. I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide. Trust the plan.